Hello, my lovely angels. This is your girl Sim back with another episode of the Sim Squad. Hi. So I'm continuing my trend of hauls because while I was sick, I just like accumulated a lot of PR, and thank God, like I'm not complaining at all. Please, dear God, let the PRs keep coming so I can make more videos about the hauls. Guys, don't feel compelled, yeah, to buy perfumes just because a perfume reviewer is reviewing a lot of perfumes. That does not mean you need to have all of them. You need to, that's the whole point of watching the reviews. I know. Like when you're obsessed with perfumes like I am, then you tend to, because that's how I started my collection as well. I was watching perfume reviewers and I was just like, oh my God, I need it. And I kept buying it. I was getting influenced. But at the end of the day, you need to understand what your financial capacity is, what your space do you have enough space, and also like, would you actually use those many perfumes, would you rather like finish all the other perfumes and then use the new perfumes, or are you trying to build a collection and then decide, I'm just trying to say that if you think every perfume is sounding good, it's a problem. It's like me, I have a problem, I am the problem. So yeah, let me start like without talking too much. I have 5 perfumes and all of them are PR, and they both are from Khadlaj and Paris Corner. If you remember, I told you that Paris Corner sent me like a bunch of perfumes, and I'm glad because I'm not too sure, because when I read the notes and everything online, I wasn't too convinced to buy the perfumes, but especially the Ophidian, because I was like, okay, mango perfumes have been huge disappointment in the past, and I was like, do I really need to try it? The other one, Sweet Surrender, I knew it's like kind of going to smell like Nebras, but I'm glad I have that because, as we know, it wasn't the same. My goodness, I actually feel like this lash is trying to run away. Anyway, so what should I start with? Okay, let me start with the perfume oil, which I usually don't start with. It's a new one from Khadlaj, and it's not available in the UAE, but elsewhere it is. It's called Anabia. If you like the DNA of Imagination by Louis Vuitton, it's not exactly the same because this is a perfume oil. If you like the same kind of genre or DNA, you will like it. It's not identical, but it's close, okay? This is Anabia. I think the bottle is so gorgeous. You know what? Khadlaj knows oils. You have to give it to them. You have to give it to them. Nobody does like perfume oils better than Khadlaj. This is beautiful. It's kind of like in the Imagination by Louis Vuitton. It also kind of smells like something that would be from the House of Creed. Why? Because it's very aquatic, citrus, and aromatic. Think of all these three things together. It's definitely opening with like a very, very strong citrus. There's bergamot, there's lemon. I can also smell like a orange rind, the rind of the orange, when it like gets sprayed by mistake in your eye. A little bit comes in your nose as well, and the zingy thing you feel. I'm smelling that. And that feels like an aromatic, but it's not. It's actually like a very, very beautiful citrus. And then slowly you have some fruits revealing itself. It's strange because I can't make out, besides the orange, I can't make out the fruits and the citrus, of course, the bergamot. So the top notes are bergamot and mandarin. Okay, the mandarin is what's giving you that orange rind kind of scent. Middle notes are plum, pear, and peach. Okay, and the base notes are honey, tonka bean, and sandalwood. Okay, honey, tonka bean, and sandalwood have not come out yet. So we're going to slowly go through the review, and then hopefully it'll reach its base notes and I can actually tell you if it smells like honey or not. On the get-go, it's not thick honey. It's not like Scandal, or it's not going to give you that thickness of a lot of perfumes that have honey. The citrus is so strong in it, like from the beginning till the end. I've put it on a piece of paper right now, on the blotter. When you put it on your skin, it smells very different. The oils, by the way, on everybody's skin is going to smell very, very different because it reacts with your skin's oil, with your skin chemistry, and it'll change a lot. This one, the citrus, literally feels like you woke up in the morning in the wilderness, took a piece of lemon and orange, you rubbed it all over your body, and then you're standing under a waterfall. That's how you woke up. You feel after that like you can't be more refreshed than that, can you? Like, what else? I have to throw in some menthol. Then I'd be like, absolutely, this doesn't have menthol at all. I'm glad it does not, because it would have ruined the perfume. It's a little soapy as well, which is why I'm feeling like, oh, you're standing under a waterfall. It also kind of smells like you stood under the waterfall and now you're floating in peaceful, cold water, and then your friends join you and then you're having a good time. It's a fun perfume. It's very citrusy, it's very fresh. I don't think it can get fresher than this. I mean, it's a very simple perfume, but I know a lot of people will find this very, very basic because it does smell like your, I don't want to go there, but it does smell a little like the soapy kind of citruses. Like I know I've used a lot of soaps in the past. I don't use those kind of soaps anymore, but in the past I've used like these very fresh lemon the zesty soaps, and it kind of gives me that zesty soap vibe. I kind of am smelling like a jasmine or neroli or something, and I don't know why that menthol thing is staying in my head, although I said there's no menthol in this, but I can smell menthol and neroli as well. I can also smell ginger. Okay, I don't know what's happening with the notes. Okay, it's too zesty, it's too zingy, you know, like it has to have some kind of ginger. I know like brands have trade secrets and stuff, so they hide notes. I can definitely smell like mentholated ginger and like a hint of cinnamon. And the base also, like maybe it has nagamota, the cypriol oil. It has like this piney quality. So if you want to smell like a woody, zesty, mentholated goddess standing under a waterfall, go for Anabia. I think it's beautiful. I think this will be very, very useful for layering. I do feel it's leaning a little masculine just because it's a very, very fresh aquatic scent. But we can use this for layering. If you want to add like heaps of freshness to any perfume, whether it be a spicy perfume or a bit too Middle Eastern perfume. You know, when some perfumes get a little bit too Middle Eastern. Also, I always say this. For me, layering this lemony, zesty perfumes with a rose perfume always does wonders. Anabia, yep, it is definitely unisex but leans a little masculine. Projection is like 2 feet. Longevity, I would say, is like 6 to 7 hours. I don't feel perfume oils last long. I feel their life is like 6 to 7 hours. Unless it's a oud based one, you know, or wood based one or musk based one, then it lasts forever. I cannot tell you the price for this right now. I'm assuming it would be around $35, but I'm not going to put the price point for this because it's not available in UAE just as yet. But you can check it online, right? My rating for this is an 8 out of 10. 8, I would love to give it more, but because I know I will not wear it on its own. Ali might, you know, for a guy, maybe it's a 9 out of 10, but for a girl, I would say it's an 8 out of 10. As for the celebrity, I want to give it to a male celebrity, somebody who's young, who's into sports. And because this has a little bit like masculine vintage vibe of perfume, I want to give this to a much younger David Beckham. It definitely smells like a perfume you would want to wear after you finish sports, you know. And the color perception would be like a very, very icy blue. It's very cool. It's very like aquatic. If I come up with a better color, I'll put it over here. But as of now, what I feel is like ice blue. Now next, I was given a green signal by Khadlaj to go ahead and review this perfume. Although it's not in the market, it's not released yet. But Bushra told me, go ahead if you want to reveal it. I'm going to give you my initial impressions. I don't have notes, nothing, you know. It's the Musk Pour Amber. I'm sure you recently saw this on Khadlaj's socials. The packaging is like your typical, the sleeve of this Musk Pour range. I have 3 perfumes from this range. I think they already have like 5. But the other ones were masculine, so she did not give it to me. It's a stunning bottle. I am actually quite obsessed with this bottle. First of all, the gold, because I have the other ones, which are all like with silver fixtures. This is like gold moving to your pink, and I absolutely fell in love with this bottle when I saw it. I could not wait to review it, and I was like, oh my god, like can I just like, you know. And then she told me, you know what, it's not available right now, but if you want to give it like a teaser, like, you know, if you want to like showcase it on your channel, just go ahead and showcase it. But the official notes and everything are not on. I'm just telling you how I feel about it. Isn't the bottle like just like so pretty? First of all, you know, somebody told me like please try and not say maceration and say maturation. She's right, by the way, because while maceration happens during the production phase, maturation is what happens when you are using the perfume and the perfume ages. So the aging of the perfume. So let's just call it maturation. Although maturation will take time for, you know, a couple of months for it to change and mature. For me, it's more like an oxidization, okay? So I'm sorry, like if I'm getting the terms mixed up and everything, But what this smells to me is like Guidance by Mawj. It smells very much like Guidance from Mawj, but let's just say that it smells Guidance with Mawj with the musk, which is usually of Khadlaj. So it does have like a little bit of a twist. I do smell that strange pear with the hazelnut, which is like a weird note. And it's very strange, which is why we all felt like, what was that in the opening? But this resembles more like Guidance than the Bain al Absar by Paris Corner. And that earthy note, although you do have like a strong pear note in this, and it does give you that fruity opening, it's literally there for like a couple of seconds and then it's gone. And then it just becomes this very nutty, floral, woody perfume. It's smooth. It's very like smooth. If I can, have you ever tried the sandalwood paste? Okay, if you're not Indian or from the Indian subcontinent, you will not know what I'm talking about. But when you rub the sandalwood with water and if you like rub it, it creates this very soft, silky paste. It's feeling like that. So this definitely has that opening of your pear with the hazelnut. It's very nutty in the opening. Then some florals come into the picture, but the florals are not dominating. Like it's not like rose or jasmine like properly dominating. They're there as like mild florals, and then you have like this very woody base along with vanilla, of course. So I feel like it's like a mixture of sandalwood and vanilla. Maybe there's some more notes to it, like which I'm not picking up right now, or I can't. It has like a mossy thing going on also. This for me is a 10 out of 10. It's a beautiful perfume. It's definitely beautiful. I feel the more air that will get created in this, it'll change. The longevity is like 6 to 7 hours, I feel right now. Although the dry down stays on you like forever, but it becomes very sandalwood, musky and vanilla in the end. That's all you can smell towards the end. And probably that's my favorite part of the perfume, because I do love me a good sandalwood, musk and vanilla combination as a base note, like to sleep in or to relax in. It's very feminine. Guys, I'm going to review this perfume again properly when the proper notes are there and everything, but right now, and the celebrity association and everything also, I'm going to do it later. I just was too excited and I just wanted to share with you how it smells like, which DNA it is from. It is definitely going towards the Guidance, but it's very heavy on vanilla. Like, see, now it's drying down and I can smell a lot of sandalwood and vanilla. I really like it. No, it does not smell like Keali's the wedding silky santal. No, it doesn't smell like that. It's Guidance for sure. But I just wanted to show you. I just wanted, and I'm assuming this is going to be around like $45 because the others are all like around $45. Next, we have 3 perfumes from Paris Corner, and this is from their Mawj line. All the boxes look the same. So I have the Moscow Mule, I have the Appletini, and I have the Cognac Blaze. So as expected, these are kind of inspirations from Kilian perfumes. I like the way the box opens. The box does not look all that on camera, but it is actually quite nice. And the bottles inside, they all look like your alcohol glasses or whiskey glasses, whatever you call it. I absolutely love the color of this one, I really like it. The cap is very plasticky, but it is a little heavy, which I like. So I'm going to start with the one I feel is the mildest to the strongest, so that my nose does not get like weirded out or I don't go nose blind and stuff, right? Moscow Mule. The moment I sprayed this perfume, I'm like, what in the world? I was not expecting it to smell like this. I was expecting it to smell like gin, tonic, like that kind of smell. This is like a whole lot of notes, I did not expect it to be this complicated or this sophisticated. It has a lot of layers, which I like. So this is a dupe for Kilian Blue Moon Ginger Dash. I've never tried this, so I don't know. It definitely smells like something you would smell at the bar. Definitely smells like vodka or something, with lemon, with ginger, with mint, adorning it. But it also has some kind of earthy notes and everything going on. It is only for $35 on pariscorner.ae. I would call this a woody aquatic perfume. The top notes for this are lemon, ginger and bergamot in the opening, which is very clear. It's so zingy and so fresh. Like literally you smell this and you're awake, you know. You know that waterfall perfume, Anabia? This is another one of those, you know. In the heart note, you have herbaceous notes, cypress and mint. And the base, you have ozonic notes, amber and moss. Oh my goodness. Okay. Which is why it is like the pinnacle of freshness because it has ozonic notes and it has like mossy notes. Everything makes it very airy and it smells like not earthy and heavy down. Moss is more like a fluffy note, you know, the earthy fluffy note, the lightest of the earthy notes. Like I literally feel like this is crisper than a fresh white t-shirt, you know, right off the rack when it's like freshly cleaned and you know you had it pressed and everything. It came from the laundry and you know how crispy the white t-shirts are? It smells like that. And then you wore like a denim jacket on top. Like it's literally giving me white t-shirt and denim jacket. You know what? The celebrity is James Dean. I wrote Josh Holloway over here because okay, I guess because you know he's also kind of like that. But you know what? I changed my mind. I'm gonna give this to James Dean instead. It starts off with this fresh, icy cold lemon ginger in a like a tonic or something. And then you've added ginger and mint on top. That's the opening. That's the freshness. The herbaceousness along with that ginger and mint is quite strong. But it's not going towards the Bulgari Tiger or what was the other one? The Initio, I forgot. Oud for Happiness, was it? I don't. It's not that green. It's not going very, very green that it'll irk you or something. It's not becoming a very, very green perfume. Thank goodness everybody stopped with the green perfumes, you know. I liked the recent green ones, but you know, stop overdoing it, you know. And then in the base, it just becomes very airy. It's becoming ozonic. It's becoming like that mossiness. But again, it's giving me this sea note. You know, it's kind of like ozonic, but mossy, but also kind of giving me that seaweed kind of a thing. And Anabia and this, by the way, if you were like meaning to compare the two, they are completely different from each other. This does feel like an alcoholic drink. It feels like a very strong, fresh alcoholic drink. I also smell a little bit of cucumber in it. It's smelling like that cucumber, the water, you know, in the hot weather, you make the infused water with the cucumber, lemon, ginger, mint. You add all of that. Normally in spas, especially in Dubai, in spa, there's always that water to welcome you. And then in the resting area and everything, you have the same water everywhere and you drink. You know how you feel when you drink that water? It's kind of giving the same vibe. I don't know where that cucumber suddenly showed up. It also has like a little bit of sweetness. It's not too sweet, thank goodness, because if it was a sweet perfume, it would have destroyed it. Then it would just smell like a kiddie lemonade or something, but it does not. It's keeping it in that sophisticated, mature level, and I'm loving this perfume. This is a 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Probably like from that Mawj Mawj range, this is my favorite. This is definitely for spring, summer, more so for summer daytime. There's no Middle Eastern vibe in this. It is masculine. I wish I could wear this, but I cannot. This is definitely for a man. So I would say this is a masculine fragrance. The projection is like 3 to 4 feet and the longevity is surprisingly pretty good. It's 7 hours. And we already assigned the celebrity to James Dean, but funny enough, the color perception is exactly this color. Maybe a little bit lighter. Actually, when you look at it like through like the light passing through it, that's the color. It's a very beautiful, fresh, icy blue. Weird that this was also an icy blue, but I will put the difference. This is like the cold icy blue. This is also cold. When you see the colors, you will know. Gorgeous, gorgeous perfume. I love it. Like, this is my favorite. I shouldn't have probably said it like already, but this is my favorite from the lot. Guys, by the way, all these perfumes, I feel the Mawj range is for men. So think of it as masculine fragrances, okay? It's not, I'll tell you if a woman can wear it. Like to me, a girl can wear this like probably to the gym. That's the only place I can imagine wearing something like this, you know. The next one is called Appletini and it comes in the same box. It says everything is green instead of blue. And the apple in this is unmistakably apple. But of course, alcoholic apple. The bottle is beautiful. It's this nice green color. It looks, all of them look like they're iced, right? This one, however, it starts off like a very apple juicy thing, which I personally do not like, you know that. But there's like 30 seconds of that apple juice and it literally feels like you took a bite from the apple or like a crisp apple, or it's like an apple juice, just the opening, just for the 30 seconds. And yes, it's definitely an apple dominant perfume. So from the beginning till the end, you will smell the apple. But the rest of the collection of notes is the annihilation of that apple note. It balances the apple notes so well. This is like an apple perfume for men done right. I feel that the other notes are ridiculous. Like even when I'm like smelling it, like I know there's like fruits, I know there's earthy notes, I know like there's some form of leaf, like it smells like tobacco leaf, but I don't know if it's tobacco or not because it's not exactly translating to tobacco. Okay, so all of these are $35. I'm not going to mention it again. This is a fruity, woody perfume. The top notes for this are cardamom and bergamot. Middle notes of apple, rum, brandy, pineapple, vanilla, and moss. And then your base notes are cedar and ambroxan. Now, cardamom and bergamot. Do I smell the cardamom in this? Like, no, not heavily. So if you're afraid of cardamom, because I know a lot of you all are afraid of cardamom, it is not very cardamom heavy. It's there, but like maybe like 0.25%. Like it's literally that less. But it's definitely adding some interesting vibe to the perfume. The bergamot also is fresh, but it is not like a green bergamot. It's like just the inside portion of the bergamot. My mouth is actually watering with those notes. And then the middle notes of apple, rum, brandy, pineapple, vanilla, and moss. Apple is very, very dominant. Then you do have your brandy and rum. So while Moscow Mule was like gin or vodka, this one is more of rum brandy. But it is not khamra or it's not going in that direction, right? It's not cognac or it's not going there. The pineapple in here is like kind of like balancing the apple note and giving it a little bit of that sweet zestiness, but it's not dominating the perfume at all. So no, it does not smell like pea. It does not smell like a strong pineapple for people who do not like that pineapple note. It's not heavy on pineapple. The moss is beautiful. What it's doing over here is like charming. It just makes the perfume so much more interesting than just being a apple fruity rummy perfume, you know. The moss is adding a little bit of that airiness and everything, which is why it's becoming a bit lighter. And then of course in the base you have your cedar wood, which is giving that light wood scent as well. That's making this perfume light and not too heavy or heady. It has ambroxan, beware. So it does have like that sweetness and that ambroxan, you know. It's beautiful for a man. For a woman, I don't think I can ever pull this off. Maybe some women can pull this off, I don't know, but in my opinion, this is a true masculine. By the way, this smells like Kilian's apple brandy. So this is like the entire thing is from the Kilian perfumes, inspirations. I have no idea how the original smell like, so I have no point of comparison. I'm just letting you know what it is being compared to. This one again is like spring, summer, all day. You can wear this at night as well, I feel, although it would be better during the daytime. The projection is like 2 to 3 feet. The longevity is like 7 plus 8, actually 8 hours for this one. My rating for this is like, it's very nice, but how much would I want to smell this? 8.5. Let's give it an 8.5 out of 10. It is definitely a perfume. If I smell a man wearing this, I would want to turn and look at the person who's wearing this perfume because it does not smell generic. It smells unique. It's a beautiful fragrance. There's no Middle Eastern vibe in this, and the celebrity I thought of for this was Austin Butler. The moment I smelled this, for some reason his image came in my mind. The color perception for this one would be aquamarine. Like this color, I wish this was a little bit like aquamarine, and that would kind of set the vibe of the perfume instead of making it this green, you know. Now last but not the least is a very familiar, very familiar DNA, and it is called the Cognac Blaze. Of course, this is your dupe for your angel share. You have the very familiar looking bottle. There you go. So this is a dupe for your angel share. It's an inspiration. Let me not call it a dupe because it is not exactly the same. I have smelled so many perfumes, and I think I recently spoke about this line, this DNA. Like it's so overdone. So if you have angel share or if you have any of the inspirations, do you really need to buy this? If you're obsessed with this DNA, go for it. But if you're not, then don't, because this is a different take on the same DNA, but it definitely does not smell exactly like angel share or like your Kismet Angel or like your Intoxicate. Definitely not like Khamra, because Khamra is going in a different lane altogether. I would classify this as an Oriental vanilla. Let me tell you the notes for this. Top notes are mandarin, davana, and coffee. Middle notes of myrrh, black pepper and sandalwood, and the base notes of tonka, musk, and vanilla. So I'm sure you're wondering, does it smell like Hamra Kahwa? No. Does it smell like Hamra? No. Does it smell like Angel Share? Well, sort of, but not really exactly the same. Let me be more clear. By the way, it's staining the, I don't know if you can see it or not. It's staining the thingy, so be careful. This could pass off as a flanker for Angel Share. If like Kilian had released a different perfume, Angel Share 3.2, I think they have two, right? No, wait, they have one. 2.0, it could pass as a flanker for it for sure. It has the base of the same sweet, boozy, vanilla rum, but that's the only similarity. That's where the similarity ends. It opens slightly citrusy fresh, but that opening disappears like pretty quickly. Within 1 minute, that citrusness and the freshness is gone. That mandarin that they're saying in the opening is just disappears. Like it comes and goes quicker than they can blink. But you know, it doesn't like just disappear. Actually, that's the wrong way of saying it. It kind of like fades off into a coffee note. The coffee in this kind of smells like coffee beans and not the coffee ground. So it's not very strong. You know how the beans, they just tease you with that coffee smell? The black pepper also is like quite prominent in this. You can smell it. It's like that bitterness of black pepper, but at the same time, that little tickle, you know? But that mixture of that black pepper with myrrh, the balsam, that's where all the magic is happening. That's where everything is changing. So you have your base, let's say. So it opens, let's say, with your zesty notes, you know, with your mandarin. You start getting the coffee with the black pepper and myrrh. So all these three things together, that's what actually makes this perfume smell very, very different from the Angel Share. Now, I'm sure if you know exactly how myrrh smells like, think of adding coffee and black pepper in it. I know it's sounding strange and it's sounding very, very masculine because this perfume is definitely very, very masculine. But that's how the perfume smells like generally, you know, like the main part of the perfume smells like that. And then of course you have your sweet base notes of rum and vanilla. In the base, you can also smell like a very, very strong tonka, which I like. And the tonka is not going towards the almondy side. You know, it's smelling like how tonka is supposed to smell like. And it's very woody as well towards the base. So I don't think it's smelling exactly like Angel Share. But to people who don't have trained noses, who are sick of the DNA of Angel Share and they're scared of buying a perfume that smells even remotely similar to it, don't buy it. In case you're one of those people, you know. But if you like this kind of DNA for the holiday season, for winter, for fall, you know, and you like wearing boozy, dark perfumes, you're going to love this perfume. In my opinion, this is unisex leaning masculine, but I think I can also wear this once in a while. Would I wear this? 100%. I would definitely wear this. But maybe when it is like really, really cold, maybe when we are reaching peak winter like January in Dubai, you know, that's when I would wear it. But there's no doubt that this has the Angel Share base. So beware. Like if you are not planning on buying anything that smells remotely similar to that, skip this one. This to me is like all day but winter, not even fall. I would reserve this perfume for winter unless you are in a country where fall is like cold. So jealous of you because for us it's like when fall is like you know, it's still hot but it's just like it's transition, you know. That's what we call fall over here. It's not cold. We don't take out our sweaters and jackets and shawls and stuff during fall. You get 4 to 5 feet of projection and the longevity is 8+ hours. I'm saying 8+ hours. When I say 8+ means like it's going up to 12 hours, but I just don't want to say it on my channel because then I'm held liable like you said, you know. So like 8+ hours. I was lazy. I was a little lazy with the celebrity association. So I'm just going to give it to Kurt Russell because, you know, for some reason, he comes to my mind every time I smell anything that smells remotely like Angel Share. And the color perception for this would be like a coffee brown. So that's it for today, guys. These were all the perfumes. I know it was like a little bit like a weird haul because these two perfumes are literally maybe not available everywhere. This is definitely not available because it's not launched yet. This one is available not in UAE but in other countries, the Anabia. And in UAE, I'm assuming it will be launched after the Beauty World Middle East. So I will be going to Beauty World Middle East. I was lucky this time that I got sponsored by two brands. So I'll be representing Khadlaj and I'm going to be representing Riffs and Nusuk as well. So I'll post reels about that very, very soon. Beauty World Middle East over here is running between October 28th to 30th of October. So it's for 3 days and it's insane. I'm going to try and film as much as I can, but I don't make any promises because over there it's very crowded and you know me, I get like, I have social problems, you know. I have like big time social problems. So it's like if I go in like very very crowded places, I kind of start psyching out. So I'm gonna try and cover as much as possible for you guys to see how Beauty World looks like. But will I go into each and every stall? I don't think so, because I know like a lot of other reviewers are doing it, and you can always go to their channel and see it, because it's a good opportunity to go and try all the perfumes, and it's a very good opportunity to go and see what the brands are going to release, and it's a sneak peek, so you can go and actually smell all the perfumes although they're not available. I will try my best to cover as many stalls as possible, at least my favorite ones, at least the ones I review, you know, your Paris corner, your Swiss Arabian. I might go and just like do a little bit of like, let's see what's going on kind of a thing, and if I like something I might film it. Yeah, that's it for today guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.